playing fast. Hey, ya. Ya.
The Kombat Kast starts now.
Welcome everybody to the Kombat Kast for Khaos Reigns.
Woo!
It's coming very, very soon. We're very excited about it.
Yes, it's Chaos Reigns, not Drizzles.
It's gonna be pouring down on you. It's gonna be great. Today we're going to talk about a lot of things that are coming with Khaos Reigns that we have not talked about. We're going to talk about some new balance stuff. We have a few interviews with some people from the studio about some other things in the game. So it's going to be a real fun stream, and I'm excited.
Yep, we got some new stuff coming, so can't wait to go over it.
Pretty much every aspect of the game has something fresh and new and exciting. It's a really, really exciting expansion.
Yes, and we're going to try to get to a lot of that today. As you know, most of you, hopefully, the Noob Saibot trailer came out last week. And we would like to just, in case you haven't seen it,
You live under a rock.
show it one more time. Here it is, Noob Saibot.
I forgot they actually showed it.
I hope you are fond of chaos.
Do not try to make sense of it. Anything is possible in Havoc's domain.
Allow the Brotherhood of Chaos to help you on your way. Those who oppose anarchy, who revere order, will be eliminated.
You sound like Bihan.
Embrace chaos. Havoc filled my mind with his chaos. I have learned his thoughts, learned his combat.
This is what you are meant to do.
I am not allowed to desire a different future.
Your desires are not at issue. It is your methods for achieving them.
Havoc's will not be done.
The blood spilled today will be yours, not mine.
Oh.
Your new attire suits you. It is as black as your heart.
Watch and learn, Kuai Liang.
Wow.
Finish him.
That looks so sick. I love that fucking fatality. Oh.
There he is, Noob Saibot. What a fun trailer.
Super goth!
Very goth, cool character.
Very edgy.
Edgelord.
He's real mad too.
Angry.
Very fun. I've been messing around with them. Enjoyable. Super. I'm just the crazy portals. Like that's the thing that I just love. All the portals and the.
There's a lot going on.
And you'll see during the walkthrough the portals can get can be a lot of them. So things
yeah.
can happen. So that's my favorite part. Is I just enjoy that. Stephanie.
I gotta go with the fatality. I love the very end when the Shadow clone rips out their spine and skull. It reminds me of Sub-Zero's Deadly Alliance fatality, where he reaches out the back and rips out their skeleton.
Right.
So it's almost like, there's Sub-Zero, becomes Noob Saibot, uses his clone to kind of pay tribute to a classic fatality.
Me, I like the animality. It's just like a classic throwback to Noob's fatality from MK9. Like
Make a wish.
Make a wish. Make a wish, but with alligators.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I love the alligator and then the shadowy alligator. He's always got his good friend with him, his Shadow.
Him and a shadow, absolutely.
So we have a lot of stuff to go over today, and DK, this is going to be the DK time segment. You're going to do a lot of talking here.
We got some stuff to talk about.
So there's a lot of things to talk about. Let's go ahead and start that out.
Okay, terrific. So we've got a new season of Invasions, season 8. It is the season of the Dark Dragon, where Liu Kang is the invading force, and he's gone mad with power. And so he's brought his army of constructs with him to take over this timeline. And so this is just kind of an example of some of the skins and palettes that you'll unlock through, playing this season of Invasions, along with what will be in the seasonal shop. And we have more about the seasonal shop, but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
Also, this season we have new mini games. We have things called Arcade, which are arcade machines that you beat up. Some of them have a little bit of chaos going on, but you'll be rewarded currency, so coins, crowns, or seasonal currency. We also have missions where you have to protect a cashew. Okay,
That's my favorite.
There are zombies after cashew, and you gotta keep them safe. Okay, we also have a mini map. That's right. We have a mini map for each one of the mesas that really points out where chests are, the bosses are, more of those POIs for you to, have a clear understanding of where to go.
It's a real good quality of life thing people have asked for.
Yes.
So you can now see where you're going, where you've been.
Correct. We also have dedicated shops that sell components. I heard some feedback from the previous season that people really want to be able to target being able to get components. So we made sure that some of the larger mesas have dedicated component shops, so for people to go and find and explore. We have a new Titan, which I'm very excited for. It's pretty big.
He's very big.
It's pretty big. And of course, we will have the free trial towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't had the chance to pick them up yet, you will be able to. Are you ready for some more new stuff?
A lot of new stuff. Let's keep going.
What more could there be?
So we will be having online practice as well. Online practice will be in this update for everybody. Just so that you're aware, go out there, go spar with your friends, send them an invite. You guys can just do a little practicing against each other online, and that will be available, of course, with this update as well.
You could play someone, lose, and instead of complaining on social media, work with them to improve.
Or you may just want to spar with a friend.
You could also do both. You could lose, complain on social media, and then also try to get better.
All these things are options.
Absolutely. And then we're going to start going over some of the free stuff for everybody with this update. But first, we're going to start with animalities. If you're unaware, just for getting the update of Chaos Reigns, everybody gets access to the new animalities. That's for the base roster characters along with the DLC characters. Everybody has an animality.
But will the guest characters have animalities?
Well, they're guest characters. Of course they will.
Absolutely.
Yes, and there's some rippers. There's some good ones.
One I'm thinking of in particular right now, it's Peacemaker, but continue.
Oh, yeah.
It's real good.
No, they are awesome, but like I said, those are free for everybody, and we'll go over some more free stuff here in a minute. I think we've got...
Yeah, we do have an interview I did earlier with Josh Slingerland about animalities that we're going to show you right now. All right, everybody, another interview here on the cast. Right here, who do we have with us?
Hey guys, Josh Slingerland, principal artist here at NetherRealm, and my job is directing all of the real-time cinematics here.
So today we're going to talk just briefly about what has returned to Mortal Kombat 1, animalities.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We are so excited to talk about this feature. We've been working on this for months and months and months, and it's just cool to finally get it out there and and starting to see some of the reactions to some of the small clips we've kind of already put out there already.
Because there are a lot of animalities.
A lot, man.
Let's talk about like what was sort of the decision? Like why bring back animalities?
Yes. So animalities, we've been talking about bringing back for a little while now. As I'm sure most of you fans know, we brought back, I think, every finisher now at this point. We brought back the babalities, we brought back the brutalities, we brought back friendships last game. Now I believe animalities is the only one that we haven't brought back.
There's
yet.
gonna be a lore head who proves us wrong there, but hey, we're sticking with it right now.
I'm usually wrong. So, anyways, it's time. You know, like it's been since MK3. A couple days ago when we released that game.
Yeah, right.
It's just so cool to bring this back. You know, next gen graphics, new engine, things are looking hot, and I couldn't be more pleased with what the team has kind of done with this feature so far.
So, what's your favorite part about it all? Is just the nostalgia. What are you excited about?
All of the above. It's you know, like it's a refreshing you know, creative kind of endeavor for everybody on the team to, you know, come up with what is every character, what are they going to transform into? Let's make sure it fits their character. What are they going to do once they've transformed into that animal? And we kind of took it from there. So
yeah. So I guess that also probably brought up a lot of challenges. Like what if you could figure out what kind of challenges were really present here with bringing back animalities?
A lot of fun challenges. Again, it was, you know, we're making all these animals from scratch, and they look gorgeous, by the way. I'm really excited for you guys to see all of them. The making sure like the fur on some of our furrier guys looks really good in our engine. That was something new that we had to kind of like, you know, dig deep into, and then just kind of coming up with, you know, wow, it's not the character killing them, it's the animal going to kill them, and making sure that things feel authentic and but also unique from every other character.
Sounds good. Do you have, of all the animalities that are in this game, do you have a favorite?
I knew this was going to come up. I don't have a favorite. There are so many great ones. But I do want to say this. I can't leave here empty-handed. I did bring a little clip I'd like to share. I've been maining Takeda a lot recently.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, why don't we show his animality?
I'm sorry, but Takeda's
like a little world premiere here
I love it.
a brand new animality that no one's seen yet. So
Well, thank you, Josh, for coming by.
Yeah,
This has
buddy.
been awesome.
Thanks so much, man.
Great to have you. And here we go. The world premiere, Takeda's Animality.
Enjoy, guys.
I'll stay. Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Shoot! Oh my God! Yo, that looks so sick!
All right, and there it is, Takeda's Octopus. One of my
That
favorites.
looks so
Thank you, Josh,
sick!
for stopping by to talk about animalities. But Derek,
Yay, I'm back.
let's talk
That
about
was
what
so
else we have coming.
sick!
Sure. There's more.
How is
Oh
that
my
possible?
God!
Oh! All right, so
That was
there's been
so
a lot of
sick.
speculation of what the Warrior Shrine is. And what the Warrior Shrine is it highlights the top 5
Even though I
players
don't
of
I don't
Combat
play
League
Takeda,
every
but
season.
that was so
And
sick.
so what you'll be able to do
What
is
is
scroll
this?
through all the previous seasons and see who were the top 5 players of each season.
Oh,
I know it's amazing.
wow,
Season
that's so
3,
cool.
Myself, Stephanie, Dizzy, Nicastro, and Paulo were able to be the top 5 players.
Yeah, we're
I know.
very, very strong players.
We are amazing. That's a lie. We just kind of mocked this up just to kind of give you guys a first look at it.
I just barely missed it.
You did. You just barely missed it.
Fine.
Very cool. You can see the art there, a tribute to, in my opinion, one of the coolest stages in MK history.
Right,
The
so
Warrior Shrine.
Those top 5 players will be immortalized in Mortal Kombat 1 with the Warrior Shrine.
Oh, so it's a
There's-
race you're talking
Okay,
about,
so
boy.
we'll go from one shrine to another. So the shrine, also not the Warrior Shrine,
The dragon
the
one. Fire-spitting
yeah.
dragon shrine.
Will be updated with new cameo brutalities for all the cameos. So you just go ahead and go to the shrine, throw some coins in there, and get some new cameo brutalities. What else is new?
Yes,
Tyler?
sir.
I'm going to tell you. The seasonal store. The seasonal store now has new brutalities for all characters, including the DLC characters. There's 2 per character. And they're going to be there forever. So usually with our seasonal store, it kind of resets each one of the seasons and stuff like that. These will always be there. So when we go into another season or whatnot, those are forever there for you to be able to unlock, and so you don't feel pressured like, oh, I got to get all of these this season. Also, all characters will get a seasonal palette this season through the seasonal shop along with gear. So there's more things in the seasonal shop this season. Tyler.
Yes.
You thought we were done.
I didn't.
No, we're not done.
I wrote the script. I know what's coming next.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, fair enough. So also with just updating to Chaos Reigns, everybody will get 4 new environments. Those 4 new environments also have 2 variations to each one of the environments, kind of like a day-night sort of cycle. In addition to that, everybody will get 5 new stage variations too. So like the Whoosh Academy now has a different sort of chaos-like themed variation that everybody will get.
Sindel's Throne Room has the damaged version.
Yeah. You know, before we get to that, we did an interview today with Corey. From the environment team about the new stages, and I think we should take a look at that video right now. All right, now we have a special interview with my friend. Yes,
I like to think we're friends. Yeah,
I like this. I like to hear that. We're going to talk about stages today. Can you introduce yourself before we do?
Yeah, I'm Corey Billett. I'm on the environment team here at NRS.
Awesome. And you and your team had a hand in building all of these stages out.
Yeah, a lot of people have worked very hard to kind of make new things for fans to get to experience 4 stages to do violence and destruction in front of.
Excellent. So we've now entered our Chaos era. How did you and the team imprint Havoc's personality onto a lot of these new stages?
Well, so for the new era for Liu Kang, we got to kind of do the more tranquil, beautiful spaces. Havoc doesn't really follow that mindset. He's a little bit more destructive and violent, so we got to play on some of those aspects for the new stages, kind of embracing more of that gritty MK vibe a little bit more, and definitely playing with physics in interesting ways, cosmic colors and stuff, because it's not Earthrealm as we know it. It's a different space entirely, so we really tried to push that, and hopefully it's clearly recognizable in the stuff we did.
Well, let's see that. You brought along some kind of stage pans. Let's start with the Chaosium, and if you could kind of go through sort of what that all represents.
Sure. So Chaosium is a arena where Havoc and a lot of his masochistic friends are performing murder games kind of 24/7, doing violence on people both willing and not willing. This is just like I said, it's just a space where he kind of runs his games from up atop the throne you see in there. So there's a ton of when you're actually fighting in here, there's a ton of just animations and activity going on. It's just a very intense space.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, that's a great one. That's beautiful. Like some different colors we've used, some different palettes, sort of.
Yeah, very colorful skies and everything. Hopefully, that's pretty obvious.
Really cool. But also, still, like you said earlier, like what the fans. I mean, we hear about it a lot. The gritty Mortal Kombat feel too.
Yeah, we did the beautiful side. Now we kind of want to do a little bit more of the gritty, violent MK side.
And as an artist, that's probably fun too, because you did all the the beautiful flowers.
I mean, there are
colors.
so many ways you can display skulls and just violence. And we're running. I mean, we've tapped that well pretty significantly, but there's still a lot we can pull out of that.
Sure. What has been your favorite part of the new stages or working on them?
I think just the ability to do interesting and weird things. Again, being it is like our chaos timeline, we can play with physics, we can play with things in an interesting way. We pushed NPCs and just kind of the liveliness of things. Like Tea House, for example, was a stage with a lot going on. Chaos EM that we just looked at is another one where there's just going to be a lot going on, and we push that in all of the new stages.
And that's one of the things that I've always liked about the stages too, is that they have a life. They're a character almost.
Hopefully, if we did our job, yeah.
Right.
Hopefully.
There's things happening in the background. Like what are they doing? What are they?
Exactly.
They're buying food. What's going on? They're having fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Real quick, in addition to the new stages, what else should fans be looking for in what you've created?
Outside the totally new stages, we also had the opportunity, obviously, to kind of we revisit in our story some of the stages fans might know well. We got the ability to do fresh takes and remixes on those, kind of showing what happens when Havoc enters the scene. So I know we have like Fire Temple, That is the seat of Liu Kang's power. We get to then
Wow,
see kind of
that
what
looks
Havoc does when
insane.
he enters the neighborhood, and he's essentially spits on, you know, Liu Kang's front door. He makes it his own, and it is no longer the same place. It's not tranquil anymore. Havoc has brought his mentality, and it's just chaotic firestorms, and again, an affront to Liu Kang as the god of Earthrealm.
Awesome. That was cool. And
If you like fire, it's cool.
Yeah, it's opposite of what we saw earlier.
Yes.
I mean, previously in MK1. We got one more stage. First of all, anything you'd like to say before we're going to show one more stage and then sign off with this interview? But
before we show the last one, just wanted to say thank you to the fans. There's been a lot of just really positive feedback for stages, and in a fighting game, that's totally not expected because the characters are and should be the focus. But we've seen just the appreciation.
Yeah,
for
we
working
like the stages,
and that's
bro.
really
We
awesome to see. So
appreciate
just
that.
Thank you for that, and we're very excited.
That's
for
a
fans to see
definitely
what we do.
plus.
and there's a lot of really cool stuff. There's a few things we're not going to be showing today.
Yeah,
We're
there's
not-
plenty of secrets still to look at when you get the game for yourself.
Right. So before we go, let's take a look at the at Havoc Citadel.
Yeah. So for Havoc Citadel, this is a kind of
Wow,
endless void
that
of
looks-
winding pathways, all disintegrating and kind of tearing apart in various ways. And this just really,
Wow.
I think, shows some of the physics stuff I mentioned earlier, where we
Wow.
get to mess with things in a way that don't feel like Earthrealm. There's a lot of just weird, spacey stuff going on. And
Cool color changes.
yes,
Yeah.
and I give huge props to the team because this is one where it's inherently chaotic and just a ton of winding pathways, and it can be hard to make that composed. But I think they really did a great job of making something feel composed and intentional for something that is just so random and chaotic.
That's an interesting quote. Intention behind chaos.
Yeah, finding the intention behind chaos.
Right. Like that's difficult.
It is extremely difficult, and a lot of very talented people spend a lot of time trying to put just a little bit of that in there. So hopefully it's reflected.
Make it make sense.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Correct.
As much as we can.
That
Corey,
was
thanks
fine.
so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
of course, thank
these
you.
stages, of course, are coming in Mortal Kombat
Yes.
1.
Yes.
And back to the stream. Awesome. Thank you, Corey, for that. That was awesome to see the overview of the stages and just... Now, again, that wasn't all of them, but I just wanted to kind of show you what they're thinking about, how they inject and imprint Havoc's personality onto these stages.
Yeah,
Which
it's a really cool aesthetic for these new stages.
Yeah, they look really cool. Before we move on to some balance stuff that I want to talk about, which I know you're all very excited about, and then, of course, Noob, DK, there's one more big thing we want to talk about that's coming with Chaos Reigns.
Yes. So we've got. Dang it! You just said one more thing. We do have one more thing. All right. So for Chaos Reigns, I'm going to read from a piece of paper. I hope everybody's all right with that. You know, for Chaos Reigns, we have removed the Gateway Mesa, and we have replaced it with the new Towers of Time. Towers of Time is also accessible from the main menu. So Towers of Time is a combination of the Gateway Mesa and the MK1 Towers of Time experience. There are 9 towers that are always available to the player. The front 3 towers are persistent towers. The first tower is the arcade tower with no modifiers, and players can unlock ladder endings, and they're just quick matches with ladder endings. The second tower is our seasonal tower. Same as what we've had in the Gateway with previous seasons of Invasions. The seasonal tower gets progressively more difficult after each completion, and players unlock seasonal exclusive cosmetics after each milestone level, basically every 5 completions. The third tower is the Legacy Tower. After each completion, players will unlock unobtainable palettes from previous seasons of Invasions. With later updates, we'll continue to add additional cosmetic items to that loot pool. The middle row of towers is a series of procedurally generated towers that change every hour. The tower difficulty range from very easy to very hard, going from left to right. The final back row of towers is dedicated to our live content. When we go live on the 24th, you'll be able to play the character demo towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't purchased them yet, you can try them out in the Towers of Time. There's exclusive player module pieces for completing the demo towers for each of those characters. Anytime we have a live event or holiday event, they will populate this back row. Now, let's dig a little deeper. When you press the start button, this will bring up the Towers of Time menu. There are 3 active challenges.
I'm sorry, but I don't
Each
care about
challenge
that.
time and challenge. Items based on their final placement, and a new competition begins.
Very exciting.
All right. For launch of Chaos Reign, only challenges will be rewarding points. But very soon, we're going to be adding points to towers. So the harder the tower, the more the points that you'll receive upon completion. We just really want to massage the numbers and things like that before we, push it out to everybody.
Right.
So there it is.
Nice job, DK. That was well. You read slowly, concise. Like, it was very well done.
I just learned how to read.
Probably true. So anyway, thank you, Derek. That's gonna be awesome. Towers of Time returning to for
Chaos Reigns.
Chaos Reigns. Yeah, exciting. We now some more exciting stuff to talk about.
More exciting stuff.
We are going to talk about some. I got quite a few little balance things we want to talk about that I think you'll all really enjoy. Again, we're not going to go through everything in the balance today because there's a lot of stuff coming.
Where are the patch notes?
Where are the patch
Where
notes?
are the patch
Where are the
notes?
patch notes?
They will be coming. We're first going to start out with, we'll be showing videos with all of these. The first one we're going to show is a little video with Garrus and Omni-Man. Let's take a look.
Oh.
All right, now again, you can probably play back these videos if you want to see what happened, but what happens there is, for this one, Omni-Man's forward 2, where he kind of dashes at you and punches, now gives you a little ground bounce. Now, if you're in the corner, that's awesome, because you can do a corner comm right there.
Quarter comm.
But if you can also use it for a cameo to help pick up the combo after the forward 2. And Garrus's forward 3 now bounces, so you can use the double time move where he makes a clone of himself to continue combos, or you can use, again, a cameo to help out with that combo as well.
What are we bouncing to next, bud?
We're going to bounce to Kung Lao. Let's take a look.
What the fuck?
Cameo Kung Lao now has an orbiting hat for duration.
Oh
to put a hat
my
around
God,
you. If the enemy is hit, they are
please,
stunned.
why?
So you can use this for protection, or hell, just throw out a random teleport and see what happens,
Yeah,
you know?
That's how I roll.
So that's a new thing for Cameo Kung Lao. Orbiting hat, we've seen them before, but it works a little differently here. Nice. Let's see Kung Lao, the character now. Let's take a look at this video.
Will the real Kung Lao please stand up?
Oh my God, what? No, katana? No, bro, you gotta be serious.
All right, now Kung Lao now has an aerial hat toss, which he can use.
That's a buff you can really hang your hat on.
There we go. And if the EX version of that is really good for combos. So there's another tool for Kung Lao to continue combos and kind of deal with people in the air. And you can also do it pretty low off the ground, too. So it can be used a lot of places throughout the screen. We have 2 more videos we're going to show you. The first one is awesome. A little bit of Shang and Shijinko buffs. Let's take a look at those.
Whoa! What the heck?
So, from that video, you're going to notice that Shijinko now has new combo string, where you can do a punch into a kick, which is a crumple stun, which allows you to do combos. He also has a kick into an overhead chop. So, some new moves for Shijinko to get in there. Old Shang, when you're playing as Old Shang, he has forward 3-4, which is a double hitting low, a new string. Stephanie, let's talk about all Shangs.
Well, showing that an old dog can learn new tricks.
Ooh.
There we go.
Shang has a move where you do the input and he will morph into the opponent's cameo, perform one of their moves, and then morph back. For example, if he's fighting someone using cameo Sonya, he will morph into Sonya, do the leg grab, morph back. If someone's using Pharah, morph into Pharah, do the little grab, morph back. And all these attacks also have EX moves, which make them stronger. A lot of them are combo starters. They recover faster. For example, the leg grab will pop them up.
And it's not randomized. If you get the same one, you're not
Yes.
guessing which cameo move you're morphing into.
Right.
That's
Everyone will
super
get
cool.
their regular and EX versions of one of their cameo moves that he'll morph into.
Right. We got one more video to show you. I know there's been a lot of videos. Thanks for sticking with us. You've seen this one before, but we want to talk about it real quick. This is, let's see, Sonya's dive kick. Ooh.
Oh my god, she got the classic!
All right, now Sonya has a dive kick. It's an overhead. It's a summon, so it won't like save you from mistakes. But it's really good for offense. A really good way to start a combo that starts overhead. And you'll also notice, maybe for you eagle-eyed Takeda players, forward 2 is now special cancelable.
Sprinkle that in.
Just sprinkle it in.
Sprinkle that in.
Little nugget.
Little nugget. So, but I think it's time to move on to the main event of the show. We got Noob Saibot.
Saibot.
And before we start, let's talk about Noob. Who is Noob? What is Noob?
Well, Noob debuted in MK2 as one of the 3 secret characters. To get to him, you had to win 50 fights in a row.
Hey!
And he started off as just a black silhouette of a ninja. He could do Scorpion's Harpoon. He was just a secret character. But in later games, Trilogy, Ultimate MK3, some of the home versions, then MK4 the home versions, and on, he became more fleshed out, more lore, more moves. I think a lot of long-term fans will know that in the original timeline, he was Sub-Zero. Killed by Scorpion in the first tournament, Quan Chi brought him back to life as this ghostly wraith or revenant.
Quan Chi.
And he was a member of the Brotherhood of the Shadows, and he had his shadow powers. In the new era, things are a bit different. This time, he has been chaos pilled by Havoc.
Shut the front door.
He is a creature of chaos. And so, you know, his power set is very similar. He still has the shadows, the portals, but he's way more of a chaotic cleric of chaos and true believer in anarchy instead of the kind of dark arts Quan Chi stuff.
Right.
And of course, you can play Chaos Reigns to see the expansion and see how old Bihan adjusts to this change. Not well.
Not well. Not
No.
well. All right, so let's do it.
go into his gameplay. Let's start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has, he uses a shadow.
I don't like his stance.
Right, they are a
His
true
move is
tag
slow.
team. Check out his throw. I love that little
His dash is clunky.
I like even his
It
little
looks
punches.
cool though. He's doing cool
Do
stuff.
a sweep again.
Absolutely.
Bam.
He's dashing
Is it
way too
necessary?
much.
It's so good.
Really good sweep. Really good. I mean, the
Oh wow, that looks
just
so
covers
sick.
all the airspace
Right.
you need.
And so a couple moves I wanted to go over was his forward 1, which is a pretty decent advancing mid. It's pretty quick. He has different variations from it. Wanted to go over
He's
his
cool
back
though.
3,
He is
which
so
a
cool.
low. He can combo into moves. And then lastly, his forward 3, which is a pretty quick overhead that splats things.
What? He
So you
has
can mix it up.
Raidens?
Just
MK11
notice, like,
forward
his
4?
shadow in comparison to normal roster shadows are not the same, right? Like it's kind of like this little
Yes.
Sorry.
mystic.
Get a
Back
good look
3,
at it, 'cause it's
4.
gonna be gameplay relevant. It's
What?
not just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Maybe up there with like Garrus, maybe.
Probably.
Those, yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special
Yes,
moves he ever had
sir.
is his teleport slam.
Love it.
Teleports
He's
in,
green too.
Drops them. You can do it in the air. EX version will pop them up through a portal. This is a great anti-zoning move, a great mobility tool. You can jump back and do it. You can jump forward.
No jumping
Catch
for
you by
anybody.
surprise, very quick. It's pretty much exactly as it's been for 30 years.
It's what you expect out of Noob.
Never,
You
Exactly.
move, I gotcha.
That move
Yep.
never tilted me ever.
No, God.
Then let's go over arguably his second most iconic move, the Ghost Ball.
Yeah.
This is a projectile that's changed many times in the life of MK, and I think this might be the coolest version yet. So, the Ghost Ball is pretty slow, but if it hits or they block it, they get this green chaotic effect on them. And this primes him to detonate it, which is a pop-up.
Oh.
So, Once he's got it on, you can see it last quite a bit of time. At any moment, he can detonate it and then get a full combo.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Oh.
And remember, that's on hit or block that they get primed. He also has an EX version, where once you do it, the clone starts summoning.
Oh, wow.
Sneaky clone.
Noob is free to move around, and then any time you can let it go. And remember, on block, so Noob could be doing block strings, setups, knockdown, stuff like that, and the clone is waiting to do it.
And you'll notice the aura lasts a while.
It does last quite a while. Another alternative thing of this is there's an EX version of the detonate that you can cancel as soon as the regular ghost ball hits. So he can immediately use it almost like a pop-up projectile. That does take 2 bars, so it's, you know, pretty expensive to use, but it can be pretty effective for your combos. The next move I want to show is a classic, probably like one of the classic MK9 moves, his portal. It
I
goes
love
up,
that.
it comes down, it combos. You have a close, medium, and far version.
I love it. He's MK3 style. Let's go.
I'm guessing.
And yeah, you got to keep them guessing. And
Ah.
when you have slower projectiles like Noob Saibot, one of the things the opponent's going to want to do is their projectiles, which is going to be dangerous because of the move we showed at the beginning, the teleport.
He gonna
Yep.
grab you. He gonna grab you.
Now, what was another iconic move from previous games like MK9? The
Don't know
running man.
Oh, running me up.
And there you go, it's back. He
He
does a
is.
ninja
Whoa,
run,
that's so.
throws them down with that tackle, and the EX version pops them up.
Oh.
Classic ninja pop-up. Then,
Yeah.
you're about to say it, the slide. Now here's something.
Oh, that
really-
sounds cool.
Some of his moves, when he uses the clone will go away. 'cause
Wow,
it
he
has to
looks
return.
cool
Look
doing
at his
that.
shadow. Get a good look at there. When you do the slide, the shadow's actually gone, and when it comes back, that's
Oh,
when
I
it's fully
see.
loaded.
Oh my God, that's so
Now, some of
crazy.
these moves, if you don't have the clone, will actually change.
Oh.
Without the clone, he does
Oh.
a classic Sub-Zero like slide.
So you can do a slide after
nah,
slide?
that's
Exactly.
crazy.
His buddy's not there. His pal's tagged out.
Oh, that's cool.
Now you're putting yourself closer to them. You're not.
Yes.
Because the regular, the noob Saibot slide is almost like it's like a projectile.
Exactly. Let's go over a couple other moves because he has even more like pop-ups and moves. These are the kind of zoning moves. We'll go over some of the up-close moves.
Great.
Down back 3 is this ninja kick where they work together. The EX version pops them up even better.
Oh, he got the kick
You can get
again.
a combo.
Oh.
And then he has down back 4, which is the opposite. A low kick, it'll trip them. The EX is his armor. So his armor, he's not going to get like a full combo. It's not like the best reward in the world, but you're never going to complain about having a good armor.
No, nobody complains about that.
And that's all of his grounded moves.
What?
About the air?
What about the air?
Well, there's
The suspense.
a lot more because he has multiple different dive kicks. So let's
What?
start. He has an air dive kick where he sends out his clone, and you can see this has a decent amount of cooldown. This is another one where on cooldown, he himself will do a dive
Oh, wow.
kick. He also has a straight dive kick that goes straight across the screen. You can
Nah.
do other jump kicks.
No,
you can
he
do it
looks
as a
crazy.
Anti-air. And then he has a downward trajectory dive kick. And if you EX it, they are staggered for a full combo.
Don't tell me there's more.
There is a major new mechanic that I think really separates this noob from other iterations.
Kind of my favorite thing, actually. I
So
love it.
let's go over Embrace Chaos. Once per match, you may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic. A severed hand.
Why?
Once per match, he can bring it out, destroy
Oh,
it, yell
what in
Embrace
the
Chaos, and
fuck?
now he gains access to a brand new special move. It's a low-hitting, homing projectile that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do
wow.
that.
because you did it
That
once,
is
right?
so
Yeah,
After a
sick.
certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yes. So he gains access to that move, and that's a tracking move. It's not close, medium, and far. And then all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal
That's
my-
so cool.
a pop-up. So his slide, regular, non-EX, becomes a
Oh.
pop-up. All of his dive kick moves become a pop-up. All those shadow moves now become pop-ups. So he has easily the largest amount
that's so
of
sick.
comboable starter moves in the game.
Including his throw, obviously. Could be.
Right. But
Mind blown.
the shadow is not coming back.
What?
For the rest of that round,
Okay.
all of his shadow attacks are disabled. So back forward 4 is only just now the regular slide.
Little risk
So you're
reward.
looking at it as a nuclear option.
Yes, the rest, this string, he can no longer finish it. He has to do a shorter version. Look at his uppercut.
That's so cool.
It's a standard uppercut.
You think you can finish the round? You better.
Look at his sweep. It's just a regular sweep. So to be clear again, once per game, you can use it. It works for that round, and once the timer is done, for the rest of the round, he will not have access to his clone.
But there will be some monster combos that you can get off
Right.
during that 212 seconds.
So essentially, once per match, you decide to become kind of the combo master in the game with the most amount of options and access to this very, very strong, screw your neutral, I do what I want move. But the price you pay, if it doesn't work, if you don't win, is you're spending the rest of that round in a significantly weaker, lesser state.
And-
not helpless.
Most importantly, you no longer have a cool hand on your hit.
That's
okay?
true, and you've lost your good chum, your buddy, and you're lonely.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
else we
wow.
got?
That's
Well,
so
we
sick.
have
I'm playing.
a fatal blow.
Yeah!
And his into the attack that leads into it is also very strong. It's a tracking low, so you want to go into it?
Well, let's do it.
What's a low? Oh,
Went for that second. Nah, I don't want to think about it.
wow.
Oh, that's one of the
That
best bone crushing.
that was
things in the
really
game.
cool. That was really cool. I almost kind of want to see it again.
You want to see it again?
I do. I do.
Tyler?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Wait a minute here.
Now, did you catch that?
They didn't go anywhere that time.
Cameo Sector has a special fatal blow into where if you hit the R1 button, he will shoot a rocket, so it becomes a projectile fatal blow attack.
And so that
What?
works with everybody because it's
Correct,
cameo.
because it's cameo. It's very similar to Motaro's
Right.
alternate fatal blow into.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, so that was Noob Saibot. Very
This has
excited.
been a lot. This has been a lot.
I gotta say, I do want to mention something. When on the 24th, we will have Twitch drops are coming back.
Ooh.
So make sure you watch some streams during that day, and you'll see you'll get some different palettes and whatnot from just watching streamers and what. So make sure you're signed up with that.
Most importantly,
Yes, sir.
birthday
importantly-
notes.
Don't forget to pre-order, so you get your pre-order skin.
Yes.
UMK3 Sub-Zero, let's go.
Second most importantly, birthday shoutouts.
Of
Let's
course.
go. All right, we've got Overlord Shona.
Happy birthday
let's
to
go with that.
everybody.
Josh Williams, Jim O.
But I want to get to
We'll
the
see
check.
you at the next Kombat Cast.
Right, let's watch some gameplay.
Night Market.
Tell me about this timeline of chaos.
I refuse to give you any ideas.
Oh, he looks beast mode.
Round one. Fight.
Oh, I'm definitely playing this cool. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! Oh, he has a low now? Sick. Oh. Nice. Oh, that was sick.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh.
Final round.
Oh.
Fight.
This Chaos music is crazy. Ooh, that was so sick. Ooh. Oh, that was sick.
Your suffering has been purged. Brutality. Noob Saibot wins.
That's so sick. Let's